So guys, let's talk whether Micah actually killed Karen Jones or not. No need to comment saying Rockstar had already given us the clear answer. Karen drank herself to death after the gang fell apart. But there are a few things that don't really add up. So I have done some research and I am here to present an interesting theory. So let's start with what we actually know. Karen was one of the important and interesting camp characters. In the early chapters, she's everywhere. She's helping with robberies, running scams, playing cards, getting drunk, making fun of people around camp. She had a bigger personality than a lot of gang members. Then Sean dies. And that's where things start changing. Most players notice Karen drinks more after Sean's death, but I don't think people realize how much she changed. Before Sean's death, she was loud, happy, and filled with energy. Karen and Sean were close, very close, whether it was friendship or something more romantic. After the death of Sean, she's drinking constantly. She's pulling away from everyone. Even other gang members start noticing that she's falling apart. And honestly, it's not hard to understand why. The gang is already falling apart. Dutch was getting worse. The Pinkertons were getting closer. Arthur's health condition was getting worse. Everybody was stressed. Then Sean gets his head blown off in front of everyone. Due to these reasons, Karen never really recovers. So let's try to understand when Karen vanished. By chapter 6, Karen had basically a completely different person. During the oil refinery mission, Arthur, Dutch, Charles, Sadie, and several others leave camp to help Eagle Flies attack Cornwall's refinery. But not everybody goes. A few people stay behind. Micah, along with Cleet, Joe, Abigail, Karen, Mary, Pearson, and Uncle are also still at camp. But something interesting happens. Shortly after Mary, Beth, Pearson, and Uncle leave the gang. At this point, Micah was already betraying the gang. The rest of the gang was busy at the oil rig. Karen was completely unprotected, surrounded only by Micah and his cronies. This is the exact moment when something could have happened to Karen. Till tells us Karen drank herself to death, but she also admits she didn't actually see it happen. It's very unlikely to believe what Till tells us. Karen was alone, vulnerable, and completely at the mercy of the most dangerous man in camp, Micah Bell. And if you're trying to build a timeline, this is where things get frustrating. So here comes the one of the disturbing theory which points toward Micah. But why would Micah harm Karen? If we notice, Micah's attitude towards women in the camp, it was never respectful. Just try to listen to Micah closely during your playthrough. He is constantly making disgusting comments about the girl in camp, but due to Dutch, he couldn't have harmed Karen. Another thing people point to is Micah's behavior throughout the story. He had a habit of missing some of the gang's biggest moments. He wasn't involved in the Valentine bank robbery, he wasn't around for several major confrontations, and he stayed behind during the oil refinery mission. Micah always seemed to have his own agenda. Even during the Pinkerton confrontation at Clemens Point, everyone stood beside Dutch while Micah stayed back by the campfire looking like he was making some kind of plan. What if this time that plan included Karen? With no one left around to protect her, what was there to stop them? What was there to stop Micah, Cleet, and Joe from dragging Karen away into the woods and making sure she never came back? If that happened, there would be no witnesses, no body, and no evidence left behind. Her body is never found. Arthur never finds her. Charles never finds her. Nobody does. Every major character who dies in the story receives some form of closure. Hosea is shot by Milton. Lenny is killed during the St. Denis robbery. Sean is shot in Rhodes. Molly is killed by Grimshaw. Even Kieran's fate is revealed when his body is returned to camp. But Karen gets nothing. No grave, no remains, no confirmed ending. Just an empty absence and Tilly's brief suggestion that alcohol may have eventually killed her. Yet if Karen was taken away and murdered by Micah's group, there would never have been a body for anyone to find. So, did Micah actually kill Karen Jones? Based on the unanswered questions, the strange circumstances surrounding her disappearance, and the lack of any clear resolution, it's a theory that remains possible. Karen was already struggling after Sean's death. She disappeared during the gang's final collapse. She was left in a camp increasingly dominated by Micah and the few people who remained loyal to him, and after that, she was never seen again. Rockstar never provides a definitive answer about what happened to her. So what do you think? Was Karen another victim of the gang's collapse, consumed by grief and alcohol, or is there more to her story than Rockstar ever revealed? The comment section is always open for discussion. And now, everybody like, comment, and subscribe for more interesting theories and gaming videos.